Hello friends, welcome to another video. In this video we are going to do a top-down analysis on US30, and we are going to start our analysis from a higher time frame, which is monthly, and then we will come down to lower time frames, weekly, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour and 30 minutes. From the higher time frames we are going to find out the direction of the market, and we will look to see where the price is heading in the coming months. And then on the lower time frames, 1 hour 30 minutes, we will try to find out the scalping and intraday setups in the direction of the higher time frame. So without wasting any time, let's get started. First of all, we are going to start with the monthly time frame. Now with the monthly time frame, as we can see, there was a support. Price broke and closed below the support. So in that situation, right now we are expecting the price to move to the next support, which is right here. Now as you can see, the last monthly candle may close some kind of doji. Now doji, and as you can see, there has been a rejection from the downside as well, but still we are pretty much bearish. So now in terms of the probability, what can happen? So because this candle closed doji, so anything can happen either right now, because we know that the doji are the kind of the rejections and the indecisive candle. So what can happen? Although the price is bearish, so still we are expecting the price, I'm expecting the price to move to the next support, like making a top wick and move to the next support like this. And if we get a further break and close below this support, we are expecting the price to move to the next support like this. So this is what we are expecting. If this doesn't happen, and if we get because we are on the monthly time frame, so if we get something like this, sorry, suppose this month we get something like we get a monthly candle close, like we made a bottom weekend, we close finally something like this. So this indicate that okay, the price closed below the support, and right now price closing back into the range. In that situation, we will be expecting the price to make a bottom. We can move to the top of the range, which is right here. So that will be what we are going to expect if something like that happens on the monthly time frame. But this is monthly time frame, this is still far away. So now let's see what's happening on the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, guys, if you have seen my last week video, I already mentioned that okay, this was the resistance. Price broke and closed below the support, and then price closed back into the range. So closing back into the range means what? The price closing above the resistance, right? So if we close above the resistance, then we are expecting the price to move to the next resistance, which is right here. So what are we expecting right now? We were expecting the price to close to make a bottom wick and move to the next resistance. But this is what we expect when there is a normal candle with the bottom and the top wick. But if you have seen my last week video, I already mentioned that we had this weekly candle bullish, close bullish back into the range, but this candle doesn't have a top wick. Top wick means we do not have the range to move up. Now if you see all these candles had wicks. The wicks means these candles or the price movement went to these areas, means we had the buyers and sellers in this area. So when a candle doesn't have a top wick or the bottom wick, that indicates that there are no buyers and sellers in that area. So why the price is going there, why the price will go there if there are no buyers and sellers? So that is why I mentioned last week that the probability of this candle moving up are 50-50. So now what we see that we have a bearish candle closure at this area. Now what we see, this is the support or resistance zone. Price closed back into the range, and now we have another bearish candle closure. So what are we expecting now? As we know that this previous weekly candle doesn't have a top wick, so the price can move down as well. So in that situation, we are expecting the price to make a top wick. The next weekly candle, we are expecting the price to make a top wick and respect the previous weekly candle high and move to the support area like this. And if we are able to get a break and close below this area, we are expecting the price to move to the next support like this. So this is something we are expecting on the weekly time frame to happen. Right, now let's see what's happening on the daily time frame. We know the weekly we are pretty much bearish. Now on the daily, if we see, there has been a resistance right there. There has been a support right here, and then there has been support right here. I will say, okay, we can consider this one as a support as well. So then there is another support right here as well. So what we are expecting right now, guys, as we can see, we are in a range, and where we have the resistance and where we have the support. Now for the weekly, we know that we are pretty much bearish, so we are waiting for the price to keep going lower. But right now, as we know that on the daily we are in the range, so it totally depends upon if we get a bullish candle closure above this resistance, then we are expecting the next daily candle to make a bottom. We can move to the next resistance area, which is into this area. And if we get another break and close above that area, then we are expecting the price to move to the next resistance area like this. So these will be our expectations if we get a break and close above this resistance area. If that doesn't happen, and if we get a bearish candle closure below the support, then in that situation we are going to expect the price to make a top wick, retest this recent broken zone, and continue moving to the next support area, which is right here. And that will be like with the proper alignment with the higher time frame, which is weekly, as we know that the weekly is already bearish, and we are looking for the price to move lower. Now as you can see on the weekly, we are waiting for the price, as I already explained, we are expecting the price to move bearish on the weekly time frame. Now let's see what's happening on the 4-hour time frame. On the 4-hour time frame, now let's see, as we can see on the daily, we are in the range. Now on the 4-hour, we have a resistance right here, and there is a support right here. There is another support, I think right here is okay. There is another support right here. So what we can see right now, okay, let's mark one more resistance right here, or like let's remove it. So now we know, okay, so it's a better picture. Then there is another resistance right here, and if we talk about another support, that's right here. So as we can see on the 4-hour time frame, this 4-hour candle closed bearish below the support. So right now we are expecting the price to make a top wick and continue lower to the next support, which is this area, or to this area, to the bottom of the range. And if you get another closure below this, another support, we will expect the price to make a top wick maybe into this area, and then move down to the next support like this. So this is something we are going to expect on the 4-hour time frame if that happen, and that will be for the short trades. If that doesn't happen, and we want to look for the long trades, in that situation we have to wait for the price to give us a break and close above the resistance area. And if we get a 4-hour closure above this resistance area, then we can wait for the next candle to make the bottom wick or retest the recent broken zone and move to the next resistance like this. So this is something we are going to expect on the 4-hour time frame. Now let's see what's happening on the lower time frame, 1 hour and 30 minutes. Now we know that from the daily is in a kind of range, but it's still bearish. We have the last daily candle close bearish, so we are expecting the price to move to the below the range, which is right here, to this support, and further to the next support as well. So now, as on the daily we are pretty much bearish, on the weekly we are pretty much bearish, so on the 1 hour and the 30 minute we are looking for short trades only. Now let's see what's happening on the 30-minute time frame. Now as we can see, the price has made a support right here. This is support we have, and then there is another support maybe right here, and then another support right here, right? So these are the supports that I have marked. If let's see what's happening on the 1 hour as well, how it's looking on the 1 hour. On the 1 hour, I think we can consider this resistance, and then there is another resistance right here. So these are the zones, right? If we just look left and try to see that, okay, we mark this area, so this area is perfectly respected, this area is also respected, and this area as well, as you can see, multiple times respected. So as we can see, all these zones are perfectly respected in the past as well. So these are pretty strong areas where we can look for some trading opportunities. Now we know that on the daily time frame we are pretty much bearish. So on the 30-minute and 1 hour time frames, we are waiting for the price to give us some kind of break and close below the support area. And once we get a break and close below this area, we are waiting for the next candle to make a top wick into the recent broken zone and then move to the next support like this. And if you get a break and close below that area, then we are expecting the price to make a top wick that can be anywhere into this area or into this area and then move to the next support like this. So this is something we are going to expect on the 30-minute and the 1 hour chart. So that's it. Guys. This was the analysis on US30 from monthly time frame to to 30-minute time frame. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you really did like the video, share the video and subscribe to the channel in order to support the channel and YouTube algorithm. Thank you very much. See you in another video.